just in this moment. This timeless presence. Combined with the timeless Father, who's beyond the concept of time. Standing with him, can we just take notice of the time-bound, so-called one day, and see has anything changed about the timeless being of light that I am. Anything whatsoever. See with Baba. Just over the course of one day. Has anything changed about the true you? One can bet that many things changed in the subtle realm of the mind and the gross realm of the body and the world. Who did Baba see you as? Where was his attention? Where was his interest? Did even for a moment Baba saw the being of light and mixed him with the ever-changing subtle realm of the mind, or the ever-changing gross realm of the body and the world? even for a second. And we are seeing this just over a course of one day in this dimension of time. Whilst everything was changing in the realm of mind and matter, Baba was only interested in you. And even now, his interest continues to be in the being of light. Timeless being. He was even observing the mind talking as an effort maker, but he never mixed the angelic being with the stories of the effort-making mind. His attention did not lapse from you into the effort-making stories or remembering and forgetting stories. His attention is for eternity on the eternal being. No matter what happens, in the realm of time and thoughts, or matter and situations. Similarly, is the attention of the angelic being that I am. Is it on Baba as Baba's attention is on me? Or my attention gets scattered? By the colorful, stimulating, interesting, the variety, world of subtle and gross changes. That is why Baba has come here. For me, the angelic being, to keep my power of attention just on him. Because Baba knows my power of attention my means the angelic being that I am. I am like that projector light. And Baba knows if I, the being, my power of attention, my light, my power of belief flows with my attention. And whatever I shine my light on will borrow my life force. And become me. So Baba says, use your power of attention wisely. Focus your attention on me. And Baba is very clear, only on Baba. No second or third. One alone, one strength, one support. Baba being the world for the soul. And when the attention is all on Baba, what comes to life? Absolute truth of the soul. And imagination gets nipped in the bud. And all that is left is complete truth with no trace of any imagination. Living lights with the living Father, living relationship with the living Father, true living ekras experience. Of unchanging love between the Father and the soul and all the souls of the world. And a very clear feeling when Baba belongs to me, I belong to all, and all belong to me. Now, this is the truth of every moment in eternity. Changeless truth. Oh, Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Oh, Shanti. You know, there is this Murli on the attainment of all powers through concentration. What does concentration means? Interest and attention together. It is not the concentration of the mind, it is the natural state of the soul. And that is the natural nature of the soul is concentration means wherever my attention is, that's where my interest is. True? Mm-hmm.
So what Murli date, sister?
Yeah, sorry. The Murli date is 21/4/2002 and original is 12/12/83. 12/12/83. So today, are you also stayed
21/4.
12/12/83?
But 21/4 something also you said.
Yeah, 21/4/2002. Yeah. Today, all of you are stable, means all of you souls, thoughtless souls, are stable in the one pure thought of celebrating a meeting. Are you not? To have the one pure thought at the same time, this power of concentration is extremely elevated. This power of concentration of the one thought of the gathering enables you to achieve whatever you want. Where there is the power of concentration, all powers are also there. Therefore, concentration is the key to easy success. The power of concentration of even one elevated soul can show wonders. So just imagine what the power of concentration of many elevated souls in a collective form can achieve. Where there is concentration, there will naturally also be greatness and clarity, right? Concentration is essential for the invention of anything new, whether an invention of the physical world or a spiritual invention. And we all have seen and known, right? As a scientist, a scientist, it is not like he's concentrating on one thing, but his complete interest and attention is on one thing, right? Like for a mathematician, he can see the numbers are dancing, he can talk to the numbers, right? It is because of his love for mathematics, his interest, his attention. I can't remember one of the books of a great mathematician, a researcher, Goldbach's. I think it was called Goldbach's. Can't remember. I think something like Goldbach's theory, something like that. And when I was reading that book many, many years ago, it was this scientist, a mathematical scientist. He could see the numbers dancing in front of him. He was just living numbers, breathing numbers, thinking numbers, eating with numbers. It was literally his life was like that. And it wasn't like he was focused and like he was by, force of need that he was concentrating. No, his interest, his attention was totally living and breathing numbers. So he could talk to numbers. Right? Something very similar. Spiritual invention is no different, Baba is saying. Right? And for the soul, that is totally, that's why if you heard in meditation, we said that Baba's interest and attention is on what?
The soul.
Yeah. Is he concentrating? What does he mean?
Natural.
Concentration. Sorry?
It's by default on that. Doesn't have to focus or do something to create that. It's just automatically and by default.
Very naturally, his interest is there. Yeah. His interest is in the soul. And that is the concentration that Baba has. And spiritual concentration is very different from human concentration of the mind, right? As a person, I'm concentrating on a subject to learn it well. Very different. Then as a soul, concentration is my power that seeks me, that is moving towards me. It is a natural aspect of your power. Yeah, so we have to really, that's why we've taken this Murali, so that we know the difference. Because this power of concentration is very much misunderstood. And Baba is saying concentration means to stabilize in one thought. It means to be absorbed in the love of one. Now, when I, the being, like Baba, whose entire attention is on me, and my entire attention, like Baba, Baba being from where I'm seeing the world, from where I know the world, know the world not just outside, but from where I know my sense of self, from where I know how to be, who to be. Yeah? Then that one, my natural attention is on Baba. Then Baba gives me one thought. I should put that picture on 1 minute. Yeah. So Baba gives me this one thought that I, the being, give my power to. What is that one thought that Baba gives you and you give power to it? Collectively, Baba is saying it's even more powerful. But even by yourself, what is that one thought that you give power to? You, the being. Hmm? You are that spiritual scientist. Hmm? Where is your interest? That one thing Baba gives you, the being. So two thoughtless beings, Baba and I. Now Baba gives me one thought from his repertoire. And what is that one thought that he gives?
I am same as
Om
Baba.
Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Very good. I am silence. It's that one thought. What were you saying, Indu?
Sister, I'm saying I am same as Baba.
I'm same as Baba. Yes. Yes. So Om Shanti. I'm same as Baba. That one thought that is pointing at your eternal truth being silence. That's it. And if every soul in the gathering, like even now here, just interest and attention is in that one thought that Baba is pointing at, and that is your silent truth. Yeah. So Baba is saying, then concentration, then it means to be absorbed in the love of one. Yeah. Concentration easily frees you from wandering around in many directions. Because today, I, the soul, my attention is scattered in the mind's many directions, right? I forget I am the charioteer and I have the reins of the mind in my hands. But I start getting blinded by the mind, the horse, and its different directions. But I, the being, I just need to face my attention towards Baba. Then I become the co-charioteer and he becomes the main charioteer. Yeah. So Baba is saying that for as long as you are stabilized in the power of concentration, for that long, you will easily have forgotten your body and the bodily world, because for that time, your whole world is that in which you are lost. And this applies in the opposite way also. So if I, the being, am lost in this one thought of the scripted mind, then that is my world in that moment. And that moment can be moments and hours and months and years and everything. And
Very true.
yeah. So whatever I, the soul, give power to one thought of Baba, the angelic being comes to life. And if I, the soul, give power to one thought of the scripted mind, then the person comes to life. So I'm the source for both, right? True. Let's say you had three things in front of you, a flower vase and a flower and a table. And I'd ask you, pick which one of it is you. What will you say? What will you say?
The
None.
options were flower vase, flower, and table.
Yeah, and I say, pick which one of it is you. So some
No.
of them said none, some of them said none of those. None. Yeah, you would say, I'm none of them, but I'm the observer of all of them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, you're always the observer of all of them. Same is with the contents of your mind. Now, Baba is asking you, the soul, and saying, pick which one of it is you.
You can be any one of that. It's ever changing.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
will tell Baba, I'm none of them. I'm none of these contents of my mind. But I'm the observer of all of them, Baba. True?
Mm-hmm.
So then you know your nature of silence. True? Hmm? Somebody's mic is open.
That's me.
Oh, okay, sorry. Clear? That's how you know you are forever, eternally the observer of all the variety of stimulants in your mind. You cannot be that flower vase, you cannot be that flower, or you cannot be that table. Doesn't matter how beautiful that flower is. Yeah, one has to pick Baba because attention has to go somewhere. Absolutely. So then I see Baba. Baba, I'm with you, and with you I can see everything. So when my attention is on Baba, then I'm lost in his world rather than in the world of thoughts. Flower vases and flowers and tables, right? So you can only be the observer of the voice that is talking in the mind. You can hear it, but you cannot be that voice. But you can be the one who's hearing that voice. Yeah? Yeah, good world to be lost in, Baba's world. Yeah. You're out of the rabbit hole completely. Then, huh? So Baba is saying, have you experienced such power of concentration? With the power of concentration, you can enable a message to reach any soul. Any soul. But attention doesn't last on Baba for long, and that's okay. Understand that you, the being, is still the same even when your attention was lost in the stimulating mind. You were still the same. It's just that your attention, like the projector light, is on something outside of you, which is your mind and the world. Right? Now you, the light, the projector light, you turn your attention on Baba. Whenever you realize, you keep turning it back on Baba. And the moment you shine your light back on Baba, you know your bodiless self, your changeless self, immediately in that very moment. Yeah? That is acknowledging your existence as it is. And you will find that you could be anywhere with anyone and you still feel the same when you keep doing this attention turning away. I, the light, my attention, beam of light turns from mind, then the beam of light turns towards Baba. And I, that light, is still the same. Yeah, it's just when the beam of my attention was on the world of mind, that felt like reality. But now I'm still in that same position. I haven't moved. I just move my attention and the beam of light towards Baba. And then what he's seeing me as, what he's showing me is my world that I'm lost in that moment. And that is the world of truth. So I'm still that light in that same position. Right? How that projector light just turns its attention here, there, here, there, here, there, right? So do I know me as that? Or do I think I am that beam of light and what it's shining on? Or I'm that light that is the source of the beam of light. Right? I'm the source. Clear? So Baba is saying, with the power of concentration, that is, means your attention and your interest, you can enable a message to reach any soul. You can invoke any soul. You can catch the sound of any soul. You can give your cooperation to any soul while sitting at a distance. How many of you have experimented with it?
So, yeah, sister, I have experimented with that. But here, one thing that was coming is that when we bring the soul, the other soul, it comes in our intellect, that soul comes, tries to just get rid of the body, not focusing on the body, but the soul, and the message does get transmitted. But then the question that was coming while reading it was that, is that the right practice? Or the attention should be at Baba and the soul, or bringing that soul in front of Baba and then sending the message across.
Actually, when you are awake to your truth of being that source of beam of light, you're automatically combined with Baba. You cannot be alone. Can you be?
Yeah, because many times I've experimented just being self as a soul and the seeing others as a soul. Literally, whatever is in the mind, it's just getting transmitted. Whatever it
Soul wants to.
the pure wish, or whatever, it just, the thoughts do get transmitted. To the point it feels like everybody, they can read me very easily. They can, so it becomes too much. Without the words being spoken, just with that focus and concentration, it does go across.
So actually, if you just live with Baba all the time in his world, with him, right? Then automatically all the souls are receiving what?
Baba's love. All the souls
So, sister,
receiving Baba's.
I need a clarification at this moment. Like Neeru's sister and you both of you came to conclusion. If I am all the time with Baba, so everyone soul, all the souls are receiving from me. But my question is, the soul I had been enacting in 84 births, those are being benefited, or each and every soul on this planet birth? Because that's Baba's task, no, not mine. So clear this, please.
Yeah. So when Baba, when I, the soul, that source of light, the beam of light that I am, when I am true and truly awakened to my truth, completely separate from, as was mentioned by someone, from the imaginary world of Alice, I, the being, whatever Baba is feeling as love for every being, he's not focused on love for this one and that one, but he's feeling love for all, right? He has no person identity for any soul associated with that soul, right? Totally just a soul, and all souls are the same, right? When I'm with him, now I can even see and invoke a soul, as Baba is saying, automatically, as Sister Neeru was asking, it is in his presence. Because when I'm awake, I'm not ever alone. I'm always with him. And in his presence, I invoke the soul without his story background. Right? And then I just see that soul as Baba is seeing that soul. Automatically, what Baba wants to give that soul may receive for that particular moment, whatever that soul needs to see about its truth. Maybe the power to tolerate, maybe the power to face, or maybe the power to discern or power to decide. I don't know which power that soul, whatever that soul needs, Baba knows best. So I just place that soul in front of Baba. And then let Baba give whatever he needs to give to that soul. So you can do that much for even one soul. Does that answer the question, Anshu?
Sister, this was not the question. My question is, deliberately we are doing that. You told us we are doing that last to 4 months, giving Sakash, to see the soul in the true form with Baba. And first of all, before that, my true form of soul, Om Shanti Sarup with Baba. And then we can emerge everyone. That was well understood. That
Mhm.
is the real Ash to anyone, even those who have departed. We can have a communion with anyone. Like you told us, you were not with the class, but still we were all connected. That's
Mhm.
okay. Question is, if I am with Baba,
Mhm.
so uh, vibrations emanating from me and Baba, it's reaching to only those soul, uh, with all the souls I'm going to act with in 84 births in my drama, or it's really reaching uh, deliberately to, without any kind of this thing to each and every soul. You were saying, no, if I am with Baba, so magic is for each and every soul on this planet Earth. That was my question.
Yeah.
Or all souls I am, linked in my script or drama.
No, no.
That's just
Yeah, it is
clarification.
reaching every soul. Does that
Okay, okay.
Yeah, every soul it's reaching. But you can also, like for a few seconds or maybe a minute or whatever, just invoke just the soul separate from its story in front of Baba, and then Baba will give whatever he needs to give to that soul to face its situation or to face its own Maya within itself. In whichever way, Baba will help that soul create a distance from its mind's games.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you were telling us not to give any particular sakash to any war affected. Let it be when you are combined, your, pure wish is reaching everyone. You are seeing every soul in Baba's womb or lap, and
Mhm.
that's how the magic is on. There is no need to do for each and every soul deliberately. So understanding is, if I'm connected with Baba, तो सबका कल्याण हुआ ही पड़ा है, तो मेरा तो हो ही रहा है.
Bilkul.
Okay.
Although you can invoke one soul, maybe let's say, for example, because otherwise it will keep playing on your mind and you will keep getting pulled by that soul's part, right? So for you to experience your sense of freedom from that soul story, you are
Right.
just surrendering that soul and its part to Baba
All right.
so that
Like
you
your daughter,
be
your
free.
bhai, so that practice you do.
Yeah,
Like, okay, now I understood. So that there is no pull from those particular souls, those are in my drama.
exactly.
In this birth also, in previous birth also. That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
Now I understood the
yeah.
science behind it. Thank you, sister. Very well clear. Thank you.
And also, many times we see self as a world mother. So
Mhm.
when we see this as a world mother, and then it's just for all the souls and not particular focus
Yeah.
on
So
one.
in
So
general,
that
it's
that-
basically that, right? In general, whenever you are just experiencing your with conviction, your truth and reality with Baba, automatically that which soul needs, the other souls are receiving from Baba, right? But at times when you see that your own part is weighing heavy on you, the soul, because of some sense of identity that you are
Mhm,
carrying based on the part of the other soul. It is great freedom to kind
mhm,
of surrender your own part and their part to Baba.
yeah,
So you are kind of free to be available for Baba for all the souls.
yeah.
Yeah.
So here there was a experience yesterday to the sentence that was being spoken before. Um, because the situation where the soul behind the sun wanted curfew time, extension of curfew time. So here there was no, this is the time that we have the rule or the discipline in the house. And there was, not an agreement. And so at that time, it was, because he was not happy with whatever was being said or laid out for him. So it was just like at that moment, just the concentration was seeing self as a soul and just with Baba, just taking that soul to Baba and just giving it there. Baba, your child, do whatever, because he was saying he was going to just leave, go out of the house and with his friends, blah, 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 and all that stuff. And had no desire of any particular outcome, just seeing self in Baba's with him as Baba's child and give him whatever he needs it and just shut it. And just as you said, Baba will give whatever the soul needs at that time for them to face the Maya within them, and had no idea. And I slept, had no idea, maybe he left or did or wherever, that he was still home. He could not leave the house.
Mhm.
So it, definitely Baba did give some touching to the soul when you see them in their raw form, in the truth, in their natural form. And you just surrender it to Baba with that concentration.
Yeah. Yeah.
And was kind of surprised. Really, you did not go? I said, oh. So, but it has been experimented quite a few times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it keeps you in the world of the Father rather than in the world of your mind and outside scenes. So these
Sister,
are
one more clarification, please.
yeah.
The same, both of you are going to. One more extension. Addition to this, if Niru sister or I or you, particularly soul, we are having in script some kind of disagreement or problems. So we are seeing soul's truest form and brilliant spark and all very positive with Baba. But can we do at the same time all the souls are suffering in the same?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, because
Absolutely.
Dadi said or Mama said, I don't remember. I think Dadi Guljar also said the things that are troubling you most.
Mm-hmm.
So, like example, child is suffering from some, some disturbance in mind. So see all the souls, all the daughters of the world, they are suffering in the mind. See all of them
Mm-hmm.
before Baba and feel the same, love emanating from Baba to every soul, all the soul daughters in the world, and they're smiling. Can this be addition or to what both of you are saying?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'd been doing to some extent to such kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do for particular one, but at the same time, the thought comes for each and every soul, those who are having such problems, Baba, they are before you. So
Mm-hmm.
can you clear it on it little more?
Yeah. So we don't see at anything as a problem in the drama for sure. Even like when we are seeing the one soul also, we are not seeing it as a problem, but we are just seeing that I, the being, see the truth of that being with Baba and let Baba give what he needs to give. Nothing is a problem in the drama. Nothing is a problem in the situation. It's just a fictional story. My interest is in making sure that I, the being, do not get trapped in my own mind story so that I'm available for Baba. And then Baba can use me to give whatever he needs to give to whoever needs whatever they need, right? So that they too can separate from their own story. True? And then from that place of power, that soul will come into action based on its own true nature and true power, and thus change their own patterns of karma, right? Having the power to change their own story means to go beyond their own story. Does that make sense?
Sister, that's so lovely. But how it will be possible to feel them also like they are feeling separated from their story? Is it really possible?
Absolutely. Oh, Baba, he's the one, the magician. He can do it for me. He can do it for all.
So Mito is directly involved with Baba. No, we are doing all together with Baba. But those souls, those even don't know Baba. What about
Even
them?
then,
How they
even then,
separated from their
and
yeah
that is the,
pains and
yeah,
yeah.
very good question. Actually, it is very possible. Why? Because this eternal reality is there forever. And this eternal reality cannot be touched by anything about the fictional story. And so, all I am doing with Baba is just shining light on the eternal truth of the being without mixing them with their story. Yeah?
Yeah, very
Yeah.
subtle understanding and very precise conviction. And that you were saying, no, interest and attention. It became very easy actually. Otherwise, concentration, I was wondering,
Yeah.
really, you have to put little more effort. So,
Yeah.
but in just interest. I think interest is easier for me. I don't know about you, sister, because you were saying first attention. For me, if interest is there, attention will automatically take me
They're
towards my interest.
interconnected. They're
All
interconnected.
right, perfect. It's interconnected. Okay, okay. Thank you.
So if your interest is just in their truth and not their story, then automatically Baba is like the supreme surgeon. He will perform the laser beam surgery, and with his laser beam, he will separate the soul from its story. Then that soul will also be able to experience its truth beyond its story and thus come into action from its truth, bypassing and transcending its own story. That's the power of God. Yeah.
So many things, just happen in one smriti. When we are with Baba, we all get separated from the parts, right?
Mhm.
Automatically, just by being in the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And that has to be a complete conviction in that. Yeah. If there's a mixing of your own story in your own truth, then there's mixing in everything you are doing or
Sister,
being.
this Maya Manno, he does all the time mixing part. I don't know how much smoothies we had been learning these days. It's all happening in my mind also. I don't know. Everything is so beautiful, 99.9%, but 0.1%. वो बाबा कहता है ना, वहां से गिरा और नीचे गिरा। एक दे बाबा बोलता है वही होता है हमेशा। इतनी मिक्सिंग की आदत पड़ गई है। इट्स नॉट रेसिपीज, इट्स इन माय माइंड ऑलवेज हैपनिंग। सब
Uh-huh.
कुछ बिल्कुल अलग है, बट कहाँ से माइंड कहाँ पहुंच गया,
Mhm.
बिल्कुल नीचे आके गिरता है धड़ाम। फिर
Yeah.
देखते हैं ओहो बाबा ये तो सब मिक्सिंग हो रहा है। सो वी नीड टू रियली बी प्योर, नो मिक्सिंग नाउ। बहुत हो गया।
Yeah. And that is
जैसे
why for our own. Yeah.
जैसे दीदी ने बोला ना, एक भी थॉट से आइडेंटिफाई हुए और गए उस पूरी स्टोरी में।
बिल्कुल, फिर वो मेरा वर्ल्ड हो जाता है, फिर मैं उस वर्ल्ड से निकलने की मेहनत करती हूँ, देन आई एम वर्किंग हार्ड टू गेट आउट ऑफ इट। Yeah. So the angel cannot be mixed with the effort makers stories. I'm not the effort maker, I'm the observer of the effort maker also. That is why living life with God is the easiest way for the soul. That to see everything that's bubbling up, be able to see it separate from you. Then you can do all these things that Baba is saying, concentration, invoking a soul, seeing that soul, separating them from their story, and then them getting that power, and then they coming into action from their truth. All of this is so easy after that. So easy.
So, sister, here the observation is also here when we see self as soul and then the message gets transmitted.
Yeah.
On the contrary, when we don't have pure wishes or pure thoughts, even
Oh, yeah,
that gets transmitted
absolutely. And in fact, for the
very,
Brahmin, very
very fast.
quickly.
Very fast. It's like,
Yeah.
so that also is extremely
That's
powerful.
it's like if
It's
it's Baba says, no, very good point you just mentioned. Because Baba says, no, that for a Brahmin, your vibrations are so strong now, good or bad, doesn't matter. Yeah? एक खून के आंसू बहाओगे और एक जो ज्ञान में नहीं है वो एक का एक गुना दंड पाएगा नहीं तो एक का 100 गुना दंड. What
we
does
get
that mean?
1,000 times more done
Yeah,
actually. Baba had said,
yeah,
हमको multi-million fold done with.
yeah. And what
नहीं
that
नहीं मिलेगा, नहीं मिल रहा है सिस्टर।
very
इट्स
moment.
नेवर मिलेगा। आई फील वेरी jealous. I kept talking to Baba many times before it. What is the benefit I became yours? I'm all the time suffering more, and others they are enjoying. So yeah, na, really we need to be very very careful actually. Baba doesn't leave anyone. I feel in my part, 25 years I'd been more on, suffering in lost way somewhere. It's now I feel ki it can be so easy. Now I feel it can be really easy now.
Yeah. And that is why it is like your vibrations are very powerful, whether you, the soul, give power to a negative or a positive.
Mhm.
Your power is multifold going there now, not one time,
Right.
but 1,000 times.
True.
Like the other
Very
day,
true.
you mentioned that we are responsible, both either way,
Mhm.
to create the Satyug and the Kalyug. We
Yeah,
are the responsible one.
exactly. Exactly.
The descending or the transcending, both are awareness.
Yeah. So that is why I, the soul, I need to really know my freedom beyond the mind so that I can be responsible. Without knowing my freedom, I cannot be responsible in the right way. Yeah. So freedom from the mind helps me be available and be responsible for my truth. Clear? And that is why Baba is saying that let there be the experience. Sorry, you can catch the sound of any soul. You can give your cooperation to any soul while sitting at a distance. So you don't need to be with someone to serve them, right? Because what does our mind say? Oh, my mother is not feeling well. I remember somebody in London shared this story with me. They said that they had just come in Gyan, a couple, their part was of being a couple. And that soul said that the husband had gone to India to visit the family. And the wife was in London, part of the wife was in London, and she got the news that husband got a heart attack. Yeah. And this soul, instead of booking the tickets to get to India, what did that soul do?
It's in yoga with
Yeah,
Baba.
just sat in yoga with Baba. Didn't bother buying tickets and going to India and making sure he's physically fine and all. No, sat with Baba. Whatever the Supreme Surgeon wants shall happen. No desire to change anything in his drama. No desire. Just giving seeing with Baba as a soul, the light of that being. Just seeing that soul as light. That's it. Nothing else.
Is that soul connected to you with the new understanding? She's also doing this practice?
No, I met her just, it was around that time. So we had spoken, but this soul was already doing this practice.
But this soul shared the same experience what we are trying to say. She never wanted to change any drama
Yeah.
part of her husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah. So that soul just saw Baba's light shining on that soul. And that soul did not. She was from GRC. You know, that global, not GRC, the main on Penn Street in London, that main where Sister Jayanti is, that center. And that soul said that then my husband called me up after a couple of hours once the surgery was done. And then he was just very much meeting everybody after 2 hours, 3 hours of surgery, and it was all just fine. And he didn't complain, why did you not come or anything? He said, good, you did not come. Why waste time? So he found a friend of his, he took him to the hospital and everything happened and the surgery was done and everything was done and whatever. Now, possible that could not have been happened. Something could have happened. Even then, she was fine. Yeah. So the beauty is really knowing that everything is fixed outside, nothing is happening to the soul Whether it's a heart attack or whatever has happened, what has happened has happened. This requires immense power, huh? नहीं तो लोक लाज ही पब्लिक प्रेशर ही लेके चला जाएगा और कुछ नहीं तो
Yes, sister. Yes, sister. I mean, many years back, I didn't go and meet my husband. He was going for some, checking for ruling out cancer or TB in a very big hospital in Delhi, and I was at Hisar. And I was very new in Gyan. I didn't come. I was just being connected with Baba, but not at all this knowledge, like true form, whatever the connection was. I said, why should I be scared? Baba, you are there. He had to literally tell me, have you got some low class? What people will say? Your husband is on verge of death, and everybody is so scared you don't even visit. And believe you me, then I realized we can't be so carefree. This cruel word, no, this doesn't accept us to be carefree. What was the wrong? I am a well wisher. Who else will be more than me? And I'd been connected with Baba and enjoying. He's safe. But he told me and he forced me, come and visit me at least for 2 hours. Whatever. So see this. So class to sister, everyone accepts then also if we are with Baba.
Yeah. And then, I mean, it's in your case, it may have unfolded, but at least you have experienced that nothing is ever happening to the being. Whatever is happening in their story and whatever is happening to their body, nothing is happening to the being. Okay, in your case, the drama unfolded that you were asked to be in that particular place, but you know that you're carefree. That is most important. You know? So that's what Baba is saying. So you do know about this concentration, do you not? Apart from the one Father, there should be no thought. This is concentration. And then Baba is saying later, listen to this. Let there be the experience of all attainments of the whole world in the one Father. Let there be just the one. To be concentrated through effort is a different stage. It's not the concentration with effort. That's a different stage, Baba is saying. But this concentration is the concentration of Baba being your world. He's the only truth, nothing but the truth. Everything else is false. Everything else is fictional. Everything else is fake. Baba is your only world. That concentration, not the effort-making concentration. Very clear, Baba is here. To become concentrated through effort is a different stage. However, to be stable in concentration, that is when Baba is your world, is a very powerful stage. Very powerful stage. Even one thought of such an elevated stage means from that space, even one thought that comes from that space gives you many experiences of being equal to the Father. True? Then you get that experience of being equal to the Father, where you're beyond all thoughts. And then from there, one thought comes and you give power to that. Yes, Pooja.
So I wanted to ask, Baba said one is effort making and the other is when Baba is your world, you said. So can you describe more what effort making and the difference between how we know that, I mean, Baba is your world? Is it Baba is your world means all relationship with Baba, or
Absolutely.
I mean, there's no interest in any other. Is that what it means? Or so what is the difference between effort making and that?
Yeah. So this, if you see in this picture, there is this mind, right? You see this image of the mind with the angel and you see this thought. and you see these thoughts, right? Now, as this person, when I am, as mind, I'm concentrating on the mind. This requires effort. And sorry, one moment. Somebody's mic is open. So it is like, so then for a few moments, as my mind, my reference point is some particular thought in my mind for who I am. So let's say I am a soul is just a thought that I'm believing myself to be, right? And as that thought, I concentrate on another thought. As a person, I concentrate on another thought that I'm a soul and that other one is a soul, and I invoke that soul. As a person, I'm doing all of that. That will require effort. You may be able to hold it for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh, you may be able to hold for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But what will happen again after that? In that, there's a lot of holding of truth. Does that make sense? When you're concentrating with effort.
That itself is not the truth, no, because it's coming from
Yeah, it is
the
coming.
identity.
Yeah, it is the mind identification that is working on being a soul and concentrating and holding the truth and concentrating the mind. And I am this and I am that, and really holding, and feeling very good. And then something else changes after 2 minutes, right?
Mm.
Not that. Whereas the soul, when soul is truly a detached observer, knowing I am that, then I'm aware of Baba as my world. I'm aware of all the other thoughts, which are thoughts of duality in my mind. But because I'm aware of my truth, I don't give life to them, but I give life to Baba and his world and his truth and his way of seeing things. Although I'm aware of other things, but I give life. It's literally, I'm in the womb of my supreme parent. And then I know there's a world of other feelings and thoughts totally as a storm around me, maybe silently, maybe loudly, noisily, doesn't matter. They're all around me. But I am in completely cocooned in the feeling of my father as mine. And in that, I'm seeing the other soul also. Now, these thoughts and feelings can be there sometimes, may not be there sometimes, can be, I mean, really, whatever it may be, I'm totally least interested in them, but my interest is here. So I'm not focusing or concentrating, but that's my natural position. Confluence age is the age of being in the womb of the Supreme Mother. And whenever you're ready to go to Golden Age, you will be delivered literally by Baba over there.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, so you are experiencing all relationships, your world, bodiless soul ka world kya hoga? Bodiless soul is experiencing everything about Baba as mine. Bodiless soul has no bodily relationships, but the bodiless soul can see the stories of bodily relationships around it all the time, swirling, right?
Mm.
But the bodiless soul is not influenced by those bodily beings and the bodily stories in the mind. Just one with Baba, detached from the feelings of the bodily relationships. So, confluence age, you're living in the eye of the storm forever. In confluence age.
Yeah, the storms are everything within me.
Yeah. So they are all within
Mm.
you. You know it. So you're not bothered. You know it's just something, some passing energy. So you don't give it life. So storm is not a storm. It's like a gift for you. Tufan ek tohfa hai means tufan is not tufan. Tufan is
Mm.
only because you think it's tufan. But it's really nothing
Mm.
but a storm in a teacup, which means it's really nothing. It's just a passing energy. Like
My
really,
interest is Baba.
but my interest is Baba.
But another question was, first is Nishchay in self, or first Nishchay has to be in Baba for this?
It works both ways. For the self, it was simultaneous, one would say. Yeah.
Mm.
It
Mm.
was Baba and I together. It was like, I don't know which one came first, but both were kind of together. So I don't know which one was first. So for some, it is Baba, for some, it is self, but for me, it was simultaneous. So you can see which one comes first for you. I know I've heard Dadi sometimes say that conviction in Baba helped them have conviction in themselves.
Mm.
Yeah, because Baba being the bodiless being, now I see I am also bodiless if my father is bodiless. Right?
We always
Mm.
see Baba first, then we see ourselves that we are equal to Baba, so we see Baba first.
Mhm. Either which ways, each one will vary and differ. Yeah. So you will have to see which one works for you the being, right? But it's like one or the other. The moment Baba is real, you are real also. It's like you are real, Baba is real. It's like that. It's simultaneous also. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like interconnected. Either
Yeah.
first I. Mm.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, no? First you have to be Sakshi or Sati.
Yeah.
You can be Sati and Sakshi, or Sakshi and
Yeah.
Sati.
Yeah. Either which ways. And more you are
Mm.
detached from your thoughts, you will really start finding that actually the world of thoughts is nothing but your mind's make-believe game. There is really no truth in it. Even right now, what you're seeing is really nothing that is true about it, that you're seeing with your eyes, right? But what one
Mm.
has seen, that what I'm seeing with my eyes now, I can see that as make-believe game, but I know that the one who's seeing from behind the eyes is the real me now, not the fictional me that is seeing from behind the eyes, right?
Mm.
Because
Mm.
eyes by themselves have no life. These two balls, they have no life. There's someone sitting behind who's seeing, right? So who's
Mm.
sitting behind the eyes that is seeing the world?
The silent being.
Yeah, the silent being aware of this another layer in the middle, not getting deceived by
Mm.
the mind. So I don't use the mind's filter. So I just see the soul and I see the other soul. I bypass, I transcend the mind's filter completely.
Mm.
And that mind
Mm.
can have its own battlefield going on also. It doesn't matter. But I, the being with Baba, and I see that's why easiest thing is to be with him and live and talk and be with him and live every scene, every moment with him. It's easiest way to be in consciousness of being who I am. But to really be that, you have to dismantle the edifice of ego. That is why we really dismantle the edifice of ego, na? The structure of ego.
Mm.
The reason to dismantle the structure so that I can easily be with Baba as one with him. That's the only
Mm.
reason we are understanding ego so much. Otherwise, there's no need. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
And we gave the example in the morning class of the mirror, and I find it personally very helpful. That is why I was sharing that when puja is standing in front of the mirror, there's one image that is there in the mirror of puja, right? Now, are
Mm.
you the puja that is the image in the mirror, or are you the puja standing in front of the mirror?
Standing in front.
Standing in front, right? But
Yeah.
you cannot see your image without the mirror in front of you. Can you?
Mm.
No.
No.
But can you know I am still puja without the mirror also?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can know. Now, mirror can show you your truth only for a few moments, for as long as you're standing in front of it.
Mm.
Yeah? But mirror
Mm.
can also have certain stains on it. True?
Mm.
Now,
Yeah.
if you puja, stand in front of the mirror, which is stained, is it showing you your true image?
No.
No, it's not, right? And that is why it's very important that I, the being, I know that my reference point is not that image in the mirror. My reference point for who I am is for the one standing in front of the mirror.
Mm.
Yeah?
Yeah. Not what the mirror is showing me.
Not what the mirror is showing me.
Mm. Mhm.
So
Yeah,
that is,
very nice example.
yeah, so I do not use the story that the mirror is telling me as me,
Mm.
because mirror has many thoughts and many emotions and many feelings and many moods and many memories in it today. And if I try to know myself through my mind, I'm doomed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the mirror is made in, even the regular mirror, it's made in such a way that some can show you skinnier, some can show you fat, some can show, so it's deceiving.
It's deceiving. It's deceiving. So even if it's cleaned for a few moments, it gets dirty and dust
Mm.
comes back again on it,
Mm.
right? So when
Mm.
it's clean,
Mm.
you see it, oh, that's me. But when if you believe yourself to be that puja in the clean mirror, then when the dust comes,
Mm.
it's still that image of puja in the mirror that is seeing itself. Now, that one who's standing is completely forgotten. I'm standing in front of it. I believe I'm that image in the mirror.
So it's totally relying on the mirror itself is
Yeah,
wrong.
totally, totally. The
Mm.
image in the mirror is my reference point for who I am.
And that's why it becomes effort making.
It's the effort making concentration, because one who's concentrating is not even the real you. It's the one that is the image in the mirror, which is fictional already. Now, how can that one
Mm.
concentrate on truth? It does not even exist.
Mm.
Yeah.
At the
But
gross
it
level,
takes,
some people are not even happy with the image in the mirror they see. At the body conscious level.
Mm.
Mr. Reni, after listening to you, I don't feel like even looking at mirror now. Not interested. For my Mandir Puja program, I had to, decorate twice in the year
Uh-huh.
for Puja. So
Mhm.
that time I need mirror. I hardly go to mirror. But that time I was just wondering, with your reference, I was looking like, going to temple, everything decked up. Or really, I'm so beautiful, that positive energy with Baba I'm going with. That
Mhm.
looks more different. Now see your gray part, your hair, everything.
Mhm.
How your soul is sparkling. And makeup doesn't matter. So I don't feel like going to mirror now. I
Yeah.
was just thinking.
Yeah.
And my drawing room is full of mirror. And I
Mhm.
was wondering, if so much of dust is there, then mirror is never is going to give me clear picture. Not at all.
Never.
Not at all. It's
Never.
behind in front the mirror. You said Puja sister is standing, but more the in front of mirror, someone else, the divine intellect is also standing. No, who is
It's
describing
the
what is
soul.
Puja?
It's the soul that is actually now standing, knowing that my mind sometimes is reflecting my beauty, sometimes it's showing something else, then sometimes it's bringing up some memory, then sometimes it's bringing up some another mood, then sometimes it's bringing up some another emotion. I am none of that. So even when it's showing me my perfection, even that perfection that I'm seeing in the mirror of my mind, that is still not me. Yeah, that is still not me.
yeah, we can get caught so easily in that perfection when
Exactly.
it comes to, like Baba says, when you have this ego of
Yeah.
the speciality that, oh, I'm doing so good. Oh,
And
I follow everything and I'm so perfect.
and
Or
it
I am that,
it
sorry.
even
Yeah.
show you your perfection, your egoless beauty. It can reflect for 2 minutes. Does that make sense? You and Baba
Mm,
combined, and the mirror of mind is showing you that perfection, the egoless, bodiless perfection of you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Even,
they say, like the Baba says, see yourself as angel.
yeah.
You're
So my,
trying to see your perfect form.
yeah. So my mind is showing me my perfect, egoless, bodiless, detached form. For a few
Mm,
moments, it's serving me. I'm still not that. I can,
mm,
because my mind is giving me the experience of my perfection, because there's no other way for me to experience my perfection, right? And except my own mind that is giving me that seva.
yeah.
But understand that even the experience of your egoless perfection that your mind is serving you with, even that is temporary. You are the one standing in front of that mirror image.
Mm.
That is what we are trying to get to.
Mhm. Well, perfection doesn't need to see anything or doesn't need to be justified by
Yeah,
someone that
yeah,
you are perfect.
yeah. So I don't need my mind's assistance, although it wants to assist me and it wants to give me the experience, because it's the only time and cycle when I can truly experience my perfection through my mirror of the mind for 2 seconds, 2 minutes. I can know about it. But I can also know my absolute truth also at this time, which is beyond the mirror of the mind.
So one question was, how do you tell the difference whether it's the mind who's showing perfection or whether sometimes you do see everything as detached observer, but then how can you tell the difference whether you're not being deceived by your mind
Yeah,
and
because
you're actually the silent being?
yeah. So if it's my reflection of my silence and my egolessness is by my mind, and I
Hmm.
believe myself to be that perfect image in my mind, rather than the one who's standing in front of the mirror, I believe myself to be that perfect image in the mirror. Then when the mirror shows me something else, then I will become that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then my mirror shows me something else, then I will become that. And then my mirror shows me again my perfection, then I again become my perfection. So I'm constantly believing myself to be that changing image in the mirror.
Okay, this is very nice example. Then you're never stable.
You're
That's the
never,
clear.
yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
Whereas when you know you're the one standing in front of the mirror, you
Hmm.
can see sometimes it's showing me my viceless, beautiful, detached, egoless, bodiless, combined with God image I can see in
Hmm.
my mind. Then I can also see my mind is showing me a disturbed person, a discontented person image. And that's okay too, because I'm not what is reflecting in the mirror. I'm the one standing here.
Yeah, never affecting me,
Never
untouched from that.
uninfluenced.
Okay, this is very beautiful clarity example
Yeah.
that you're never, then next minute it changes. So then,
Something else.
I mean, it is changing, but this is a very good way of checking whether that changes.
Yeah.
If I'm getting influenced, that means I'm being deceived by minds
Ever change.
showing me. Yeah.
Yeah. Chameleon
But
nature.
sister, if it matches with Baba's vision, if it matches with Baba's Srimad and what Baba tells us,
Mhm.
then there is no harm in identifying self with that, even for that moment.
No, then
Right,
if you
because at
identify
least
with
in
that, then you will identify with another change.
no, because I think one of the other question was that how would you know if it's the mind is showing? Because as we say that at times mind for 2 minutes can show you your egoless
Mm-hmm.
pure self too.
Yeah, yeah.
And which is when, because at that time it matches with Baba's vision.
Mm-hmm.
So that is one of
Matching, it's like you and Baba together, and your mind is showing you your perfection of Sati and Sakshi.
momentarily.
Yeah.
Momentarily it's showing it. But if it for that moment I know this is my true self, this is my true self, whether right now it's showing and maybe next minute it's not showing, but I know that is my true self. It matches with Baba's vision.
But I don't need that image of that mirror. I understand, I know it, but
Right,
I'm
right.
with it.
Yeah. You don't cling to it, but knowing that it matches with Baba's vision, but you're not clinging for that mirror to show you that,
Yeah.
you
But
know.
that mirror is not only giving me the image, it's also giving me the experience. That is why we cling to it. And the moment I cling to that, then I will cling to the other also. Because now that has become my reference point for who I am. Because we are so addicted to experiences, no? It feels very real that, oh, that egoless perfection of mind that I'm feeling in my mind body, that is me. Now something else comes, now that becomes me. Then something else comes and that becomes me. So that is why I just
Yeah.
need to, I'm the one standing in front of it. I'm not the one that is reflecting in the mirror.
Yeah, we can't try to experience through the mind and the body my
Yeah,
perfection.
yeah. Although
Because
they,
once you try to
yes,
experience that,
although they will show me my perfection, but I need to know I'm not deceived by that experience either. Yeah, I'm
So,
forever
sister,
standing this side, not the other in the mirror. Yes.
okay, sister, it can be also narrated or linked with or well understood with the example. If someone tells me you are so, so bad, you are so, so good, you are so beautiful, you are so this, some soul will give my good picture, mind wants to listen, some souls will say my mind wants to resist. So I know better. No, I will tell them, oh, okay, I know what I am. No need to tell me what I am. I know very well what I am.
Mhm.
So I was just trying to understand when Neeru sister was saying, yeah, all the time soul praising me, mind wants to, cling to that only. But I need to warn myself, I am neither of this.
Yeah.
They are accusing me or praising me. I know very well who am I. So, okay, salutations to myself and give regard to them, but get detached all the time. Don't get caught up.
Yeah.
I know better what I am. When Baba tells me what I am, who am I?
Yeah.
I don't
Now
have to
I'm
listen to
using,
anyone.
actually, in this case, I'm using third party mirror. Yeah.
Yeah,
In this
yeah.
case, I'm so going beyond the my own mind's mirror. Now I'm actually using third party mirrors.
Okay. It can be well understood by this also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Earlier it was between me and my mind. Now
Fine.
it's between me and amidst all kind of
Other
minds. But
mind.
but I know I can shoo everyone off from far away. I know what I am. I don't need anyone's approval or praise or anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay,
I
okay.
only look in the mirror of God where there is constant reflection of my truth. There is never any change in his mirror. There are never any stains in his mirror. That is when my aqueous constant stage I can experience. I can know and be actually. Yeah. That is why don't be befooled by the mirror of your mind. It is beginning to keep absorbing more and more of your truth. So it will show you your truth more often. But you understand you're always in the one who's standing in front of it, not the one that is in the mirror. Yeah? Yeah. What is Baba's mirror? Can you tell? What do you see in Baba's mirror?
everyone, Baba
Okay.
seems
May-
sorry.
No, sister. It's okay. You going on.
Baba seems everyone as a loving soul and peaceful soul. All the seven Karde, my son, all are my son in Lokikal also. Loves everyone. No 800 crore, each are equal.
Yes. And he also sees all souls as bodiless, storyless, timeless, right? He's never, ever in any moment mixing you with the experience your mind and body is having. Ever.
How's your drama outside, inside?
Yeah, exactly. He's just seeing you totally, completely as always just a being of light. That's how his mind sees you. And he sees you as how loved you are and how loving you are to all, and how loved you are by all the beings. He doesn't need to hold or concentrate or anything. He just knows it. And the rest of everything else is just a world of Sato, Raju, and Tamo energies for him. There's nothing solid in this world of mind and the world of matter for him. There's nothing solid. Right? Nothing solid.
So what do you mean by nothing solid?
For Baba, body is not solid, is it?
Okay. So
Yeah.
you said Baba sees that I am loved by every soul, and this is the ultimate. Baba is giving us reward. So can I feel it? Can I feel it all the time?
Yeah, you can know it all the time. Your mind may feel it sometimes, but you can
Your
know it.
mind feels everything else only. Yeah. Okay, it's a knowing. Oh, yeah, this suits. This
Yeah.
is a better connotation. Perfect.
Yeah.
So knowing is that key within that conviction, that faith is there. I'm loved by all. Mind can show me
Nothing.
sometimes up and
Yeah.
down. Okay.
Mind can assume, oh, I wonder what they would be thinking. Oh, I wonder whether they like me or not. I wonder if I hurt them or they hurt me. Whatever. I mean, mind has so many different ways of seeing things. Yeah. But the soul knows I'm loved by all. And that is whatever mind says, I just don't flow with it. I flow with Baba's mind. Right? And so the only thing that attention needs to be paid is that soul doesn't get mixed up with its mind's commentary. Then Baba's mind you can use so easily. In that you're always loved and you will always be loving. Then automatically your actions will also reflect that. Because you are coming from that reference point of being that point, which is standing in front of the mirror, not the one who's constantly changing in the mirror. Yeah? That royal
गिरगिट की तरह, sister गिरगिट की तरह.
Indian, exactly. Like,
Like even for dadis, when somebody else is shouting and insulting them or saying things, they are in their silence and just holding on the pure love they have between themselves with each other at home.
yeah.
No matter what she's saying, they said that was not even the thing. My focus was my internal checking, that I have nothing but pure love for that soul, regardless of what the part is saying, making them say.
Yeah. And that is what Baba is saying, that is where the royal behavior is coming from. True. So don't believe what your eyes see, because there's nothing solid about the body and nothing real about the story that's playing out. Each soul is under the hypnosis of its mind and it's acting out the hypnotic state of the mind.
We just have to live in the alokik world. That's it.
Yeah.
Earplugs to everything.
Yeah.
Blind master.
But to be in the with Baba and his world of his feelings and his being, you need to know the mind, how it's working every moment, right? And understand alokik world is not somewhere out there.
It's here.
It is, I'm already in the alokik world, in this moment also. It's just when I experience my mind to be real, then alokik world feels very distant and I then need to go there. That is all. Yeah? So just be with Baba and you are already in your world of truth with Baba. Here and now, in the body, but beyond the body and mind. Then you're aware of all the stains or the clean mirror, all the stained mirror, whatever, you are the one standing here. This is very, very important with Baba, observer of ever-changing images in the mirror. Then constant ekras happiness, ekras peace, ekras joy, ekras bliss is all your truth in this moment of now and eternity. And this experience of your eternity is what will unfold your drama later. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Shanti. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba. Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Love you, Baba.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you.
Thank you.